don't have to have it all figured out. This is for people that are forging their own path, people that are used to stillness, people that don't have it all figured out, people who may feel like they're left behind or behind in life, who may feel like everybody's lives are going way more forward and they're just stuck in the same place, people who feel stagnant. What I've realized is that we try so hard to proceed forward, to have things figured out, to feel like we know what we're doing. And the greatest lesson in life is that you really actually don't know what you're doing. Your parents, your guardians, your elders, people that you look up to, I think if you really spend enough time with them, you begin to realize that nobody really has it figured out. And I say that because even if you have a plan, even if you plan 5 years ahead, even if you plan months ahead, you tend to realize that nothing ever really goes the way that you plan it. Nothing ever really goes 100% your way. And so that means that you always have to improvise at every single step of your life. And that's just really the beauty of life, is that like you're never really truly behind and anything can happen. And some people may think of that as a disservice, as something that should be something to fear, but rather I look at it as endless possibilities. I look at it as something that could really, really make your life change at any moment. And once you accept that, man, you're practically becoming a living God. And so the premise of this video being that you don't have to have it all figured out means that you can have an idea of sorts, have an idea, roughly estimate what you need to do, what you want to do. But it doesn't have to necessarily be like a thing of where you know each and every single step, because most of the time you figure out the steps along the way. You can only see the next step you can take when you've already taken the step before, you know? And life is about encountering that. It's about encountering situations, encountering opportunities, chances, and taking them. And taking them is that next step that you do. And so when you live by that code, there's some form of not only peace, but rather some form of clarity. The clarity that you gain is that there is no clarity. And I know life is a whole code of things. It's a whole juxtaposition. It's a whole irony. And it's always ironic how, like, when you do things, the opposite of that tends to happen. And that's why you kind of always have to be so comfortable in your own skin, so comfortable with being uncertain, so comfortable with not knowing, so comfortable with not having it figured out, so comfortable with just whatever life throws at you. It's a crazy thing, because I'm saying this as a person that likes to know my next few steps, to have it all figured out, because I'm such an anxious person. I get so anxious that, like, actually, well, I used to get so anxious that, like, I drive really quick just to get to where I'm going, because I don't know, like, just I need to have some control, some form of power over situations, to know where I'm going, to understand what's happening, to, you know, like, I don't know, that's just how I've always been. But like, I figured out that that is always served to my detriment, because I would over prepare, or I'd prepare something or try to have like things to fill in things, and then when I really encounter the true nature of something or the situation, it was never what I thought it would be, but rather it'll just throw me off because I've already like mentally prepared in a certain way. And so in that aspect, I've realized that there is no perfection. There is no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as perfecting things, but rather the more that you try, go at it, or explore and experiment, and then just shoot and then try out different things and then explore and have an adventure, that's when you win the most. Because with these little adventures, experiments, you're exploring, you gain tad bits of information, of knowledge, of just being. And when you just be, there is some form of freedom that you get. There is some form of detachment that you learn as well, because you're not focusing on the outcome, but you're being and you're present. And that's the best thing we can do for ourselves, is to just be present, to be in the moment, and not allow our thoughts to supersede us, overcome us, or burden us. Not let the outcome, the future, to weigh on us and impact our decisions now so greatly that it ends up stopping us from what we actually need to be and what we need to do. And so this is that. This is that message, to tell you that keep taking your steps one by one. Keep looking forward. If you need to look down and take the next step. Be present. Be here now. Do what you can do now. Don't be crippled by the future. Don't be crippled about what you can't do, things you cannot control. Play your cards right now. The saying of playing with the cards you've been dealt with is that use what you can right now and take action on what you can right now, and trust and know when things working for you for your highest good, because you've done the best that you can right now. And so you can never lose, really, ever.